Member from Brampton-Springdale.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, my question is for the Minister of Community Safety and Correctional Services. Minister, the police officers in my community of Brampton-Springdale have a difficult job to do and work very hard every day to keep us safe. I often hear about the interactions between police officers and my community members, many of which are positive. However, over the last several months, we have also heard from many Ontarians in communities across the province about the impact of street checks in their lives. Mr. Speaker, I had the opportunity to attend one of the street check consultations which was held in my community of Brampton-Springdale, where many people shared their lived experiences with these interactions. From these stories, I could appreciate just how deep the impact of street checks goes. And I could see that this is an issue that affects not just the people of my community, but people across our province. So, Mr. Speaker, through you, can the Minister please explain what he is doing to resolve this important and ongoing concern?
Thank you. Minister of Community Safety and Correctional Services.
Thank you very much, Speaker, and I want to thank the member for asking a very important and relevant question. Speaker, I would like to first thank the hundreds of people who came out to the consultations that we hosted across the province, those who provided their feedback and submissions through the online process, and most importantly, Speaker, the young people I got the opportunity to meet with who shared their lived experiences during this entire process. Speaker, I'm going to be very honest with you, those were very difficult conversations and they were very emotional conversations, and I want to thank them for coming forward and sharing their stories with us. Speaker, we heard very clearly from the community that carding or street checks by definition are arbitrary as well as discriminatory and therefore cannot be improved or regulated. They simply must be ended. And that is why, Speaker, our regulations have some important features that I will present to you during the supplementary.
Good answer. Supplementary.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and thank you to the Minister for that answer. I'm glad that the voices of my community and communities across our province have been heard, and that you are taking action to prohibit random and arbitrary stops. This is an important step in ensuring a bias-free policing in Ontario and helping to build trust between our police officers and the communities that they serve. I know that police officers in my community will be able to continue to do the excellent work that they do, keeping us safe while having clear and consistent rules to follow when engaging in public interactions. But, Mr. Speaker, the changes that the Minister is proposing as a part of the draft regulation are considerable, and Ontarians need to have confidence that the officers will have the necessary skills to adhere to them. Ontarians also need to know whether this training has been effective in removing bias from policing. So through you, Mr. Speaker, can the Minister please explain the training that the officers will undergo and what will be done to study the outcomes?
Thank you, Minister.
Well, thank you, Speaker. And we had the opportunity to, of course, work with our policing partners and community human rights and civil liberty partners. Speaker, there's three key parts to this regulation. Number one, that there is an express prohibition on random and arbitrary collection of personal information by the police. Speaker, we're also introducing new rules to protect civil liberties during voluntary police and public interactions where there is a valid policing reason, such as informing individuals that they are not legally required to provide their information to the police officer. And Speaker, as the member mentioned, we're also requiring new training, data management, reporting, and other requirements to strengthen accountability and public confidence. Speaker, we're asking the Ontario Police College to develop this new and mandatory training. We'll also be creating a panel of experts who are made up of police, human rights experts, race relations experts, who will work with the Ontario Police College in developing those training. And we're also launching, Speaker, a multi-year study to look into the effectiveness of this.
Thank you.